The defense that people have is that Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and people like that, look, they're really peaceful. They're really kind of screwed up at times. They're really, are they meeting, Tiffany, are they meeting over in Columbia tomorrow or not? Did they cancel that this afternoon?
From what we've heard, they decided to cancel the dinner.
Good. Canceled the time with Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, hopefully. I don't know how they thought they could get away with it in the first place, but they did. They've done it before. It's happening all over campuses. The indoctrination is happening everywhere. It's happening in our mainstream media. It's happening in our schools. It's happening on our campuses. Let me show you some of the things that are happening in campuses today.
You condemn Hamas.
Would I condemn Hamas?
As a terrorist or
Easy question.
genocidal organization.
Are you asking me to put myself on a cross?
No.
So you won't.
It was their divinely ordained duty to help the old Jews get back to their promised land. Why then was my prime minister, my foreign minister, and the person who signed off the cell phone?
Genocide!
Why?
Do you support Hamas?
Yes.
Do you support Hezbollah?
Yes.
Do you support Islamic Jihad?
Yes.
Do you support jihad on this campus?
As long as it's in the form of speaking truth to power, yes.
That's what's happening on your campuses. That's what you're paying for if you're a college student or if you have a college student that you're currently writing a check. That's what's happening. In case you're wondering how in the world that happens, you don't have to look further than the professors. The students are being taught to hate, and it's not anything new. They just call it something new. They actually, now, they don't call it anti-Semitism anymore. They call it well, progressives change words all the time. Anti-Semitism now is just anti-Israel or anti-Zionism. You have people like Bill Ayers teaching your kids. Bill Ayers is a terrorist, period. Plain and simple. He's unrepentant and he hates Israel, period. He's joined now almost 500 academics and signed an anti-Israel petition saying, quote, "We urge our colleagues nationally, regionally, and internationally to stand up against Israel's ongoing scholasticide and support the nonviolent call for academic boycott, disinvestment, and sanctions, all against Israel." This is anti-Semitism in academia today, and it bears a striking resemblance to the anti-Semitism in the 1930s at America's most prominent colleges and universities, including Harvard, Yale, and Columbia. We have done our homework on this, and I will tell you, tomorrow we're going to show you some things that you've never seen before. This is a book from 1946. This is an original copy. It's horrifying. It is absolutely horrifying. This was written in Germany by Jewish professors that came back into Germany right after the war and said, do not destroy anything. We have to document everything that happened here. They know because they were there. In this book, you have facsimiles of all kinds of stuff that was taught in the schools, in the colleges. The name of the book is Hitler's Professors. It was Germans, Jewish people coming and saying, document it so we never forget, so we see the seeds, so we never let it happen again. You'll be amazed because it's politically incorrect to say, we should read this. It's politically incorrect to say, hey, somebody should pay attention to what's happening because it's happened before. Well, it has happened before, and tomorrow I'm going to introduce you to some amazing people that are happening now. Khalid Mohammed. He was a guy who was invited to speak at Howard University. There were 4 Jews that decided to protest. This is in the 90s, 1994. Protest his speech. This guy is a nightmare. They were shouted at, intimidated by the angry crowd who were chanting things like, remember, replace the word Jew with Zionist. The only good Zionist is a dead Zionist. Political correct. Zionist is Jew. One bullet, one Zionist. And this one. Let's finish them. That's what the crowd, we have it on tape. We will show you the crowd in America chanting that. Let's finish them here in America. Tomorrow, I will also show you this. I've talked about this before, but I've never shown you the film. We're going to show you the film. This is something that I got. I was on going on vacation, and this was sent to me. An Adolf Eichmann project. Hitler presents a town to the Jews. This is a story that I sat in my office reading, and quite honestly, I didn't believe it. I'd never heard the story before, and I didn't believe it. I said, it can't be true. Not only is it true, I got online, I found exactly what they were talking about. I went back and I looked for the original film. I'm going to show it to you tomorrow. You can watch it the way the German people watched it originally, or you can watch it the way I'll present it. I will tell you what you're about to see and how that film was made and what it really is. When you see it, it will strike you to the core. It's one of the most evil things you've ever seen in your life. And it is happening again. It is mass media propaganda. The lies are happening again. When you see it, you're going to be forced to answer this question. How does it not matter to honest members of the mainstream media? You'll have to answer that question tomorrow. I have a feeling you'll come up with the same answer. I'm not going to tell you what my answer was, but you're going to come up probably with the same answer I came up with. How does that not matter? How does it not matter to the mainstream media that the first phone call, how does this not play a role in when you're trying to figure out, is the president pro-Israel, anti-Israel, pro-American, anti-American? Is he somebody who has a problem with colonialists? How does he have a problem with England? Remember that? Send the bus back. That didn't bother anybody in the mainstream media, and they didn't think that it made any difference that the first person he called when he was elected was the president of the Palestinian Authority. That doesn't mean anything? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And tomorrow, we'll show you why it matters as President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad finally comes to town. Back in a minute.
GBTV. The truth lives here.